Everyone knows one. You probably stood next to one in a bathroom at a movie theater. You're born as a vape kid. Your first memory isn't of a birthday or a pet. It's the sound of the sliding glass door closing at a 7-Eleven. It is a Friday night. You are 13. An older kid you know from the bus who is 14 and has a patchy mustache slides a disposable vape into your hand. It is blue raspberry flavored. He calls it a battery. He does not explain why. You take a puff. It tastes like a melted Jolly Rancher and burning plastic. You cough for 1 minute and 45 seconds. The older kid pats you on the back. You have joined a club. The initiation fee is a sore throat. Childhood crystallizes this new identity. Other kids bring apple slices for snack time. You bring a strawberry kiwi vape pen concealed in the pencil pouch of your Jan Sport backpack. You are never without it. The panic of a dead battery becomes your primary emotional state. In math class, you stare at the clock, not waiting for the bell, but calculating the exact second you can duck into a bathroom stall. You develop a sixth sense for which teachers will actually pursue a vapor cloud into the boys' room. Mr. Henderson, the history teacher, will not. Mrs. Alvarez, the biology teacher, absolutely will. You fail biology. You consider this a fair trade. Your parents find your first device. It is a white and green elf bar. It is rolled under your bed. Your mom holds it up. She asks what it is. You tell her it is a USB drive for a school project. She does not believe you. She is a nurse. She knows what a USB drive looks like. Your father gives a lecture about honesty. The lecture lasts for 23 minutes. You nod along. You are not listening. You are mentally cataloging which of your friends might have a spare device you can borrow before lunch tomorrow. The confiscated vape goes into a kitchen drawer. You retrieve it 4 days later when your parents go to Costco. It is still half full. And just like that, you reach the most insufferable period of being a vape kid. You're a teenage vape kid. Your entire personality is contained within a lithium-ion battery. You wear a hoodie every day of the year, regardless of temperature, because it has a kangaroo pocket. The kangaroo pocket is your workshop, your charging station, your panic room. You learn to blow O's. You practice for 3 hours in your bedroom. You achieve one decent O, you film it. You post it to your Snapchat story. It gets 2 screenshots. Both are from your cousin who lives in another state and sends you a message that just says, cringe. Comment cloud chaser below if you know this pain. Your social currency is measured in puffs and flavors. You know the entire Elf Bar flavor tier list by heart. Blue Raz Ice is for beginners. Sakura Grape is for connoisseurs. You develop elaborate handshakes whose sole purpose is to discreetly pass a device under a cafeteria table. You refer to vaping as ripping the pod. You have a designated spot behind the dumpsters near the football field. You go there between every class. You go there during lunch. You go there after school. The ground is littered with dead, brightly colored plastic devices. It looks less like a hangout and more like the world's saddest tech graveyard. Your dating life is conducted through vapor. You ask someone to hit this as a form of flirtation. It is not effective. Your idea of a romantic gesture is sharing your last fully charged device during third period. You go on a date to the mall. You spend 47 minutes at the kiosk in the food court arguing with the employee about whether the new mango peach menthol is truly a cooling sensation or just minty. Your date who wanted a Cinnabon stands 6 feet away pretending to look at phone cases. You do not get a second date. You tell your friends she couldn't handle your energy. Your energy is 90% propylene glycol. You attempt extracurricular activities. You join the AV club because you heard they have a storage closet nobody checks. You are correct. You become the de facto technician, not because you know about soundboards, but because you are the only one who brings a multi-tool to pry open dead vapes in a futile attempt to recharge them. You join the cross-country team for 1 week. You quit after the first practice when the coach makes you run 2 miles and you realize you cannot breathe. You tell the coach you have exercise-induced asthma. You do not have a diagnosis. You have a watermelon ice habit. And then you become an adult with the vape kid genes in full bloom. You are 19. You work a data entry job you found on Craigslist. Your desk is a monument to the lifestyle. You have a USB charger permanently plugged in. You have a drawer dedicated to empty devices you're saving for parts. You have a different, more expensive vape for different times of day. The morning one has caffeine. The afternoon one has CBD. The evening one has nicotine salts so strong they make your vision blur. You refer to this system as your stack. Your coworker in the next cubicle, a 58-year-old woman named Brenda, asks you once what you're doing. You explain your stack. She never speaks to you again. Subscribe so you can keep crying about people you've definitely met. You get your first real apartment. The security deposit is $800. The The first thing you buy for it is a bulk order of 30 lost Mary devices from a sketchy website to get the wholesale price. You tell yourself it's an investment. They arrive in a plain brown box. 17 of them are dead on arrival. The website has no customer service. You spend the next 3 weeks trying the dead ones every day, hoping one will miraculously turn on. None do. Your living room floor is covered in a pastel rainbow of failure. You are out $204. You learn nothing. Your finances are a disaster shaped like a cylinder. You do not know how much you spend on rent. You know exactly how much a lost Mary MO5000 costs at 3 different gas stations within a 2-mile radius. You have a notes app file tracking price fluctuations. You justify a $7 daily habit by saying you don't drink coffee. You are spending $210 a month on blueberry frost. Your car has a check engine light that has been on for 11 months. Your passenger seat is not for passengers. It is for the collection of used vapes rolling around on the floor mat. You consider this organized. You try online dating. Your Hinge profile has 6 photos. In 4 of them, your hand is conspicuously curled around a vape or a faint cloud is visible. You list your vice as nicotine because it sounds more adult than Elf bars. Your first match asks you what your favorite flavor is. You type a 2-paragraph essay about the nuanced differences between pineapple ice and mango peach. You hit send. They unmatch you before you can see if they read it. You consider this a victory. You have 0 matches. You have peace of mind. Your health becomes a series of mysterious symptoms you refuse to connect to the cause. You have a cough that sounds like a duck being stepped on. You call it seasonal allergies. Your sense of taste disappears except for the phantom flavor of mango. You blame long COVID. You get winded walking up a single flight of stairs to your apartment. You tell yourself you need to hit the gym. You buy a gym membership. You use the locker room twice to vape. You never go to the actual gym. Your primary form of cardio is the brisk walk to the convenience store when your last device dies. You try to quit. Everyone tries to quit. You download an app that shows you how much money you've saved by not vaping. You make it 6 hours. You break at 3:14 a.m. You drive to a 24-hour truck stop. You buy the most generic, harsh tobacco-flavored vape they have as a form of self-punishment. It tastes like burning hay and regret. You use it anyway. The Quit app sends you a cheerful notification at 8 a.m. Congratulations on saving $3.50. You delete the app. You tell yourself you'll quit next month. Next month is always next month. The cycle is a closed loop. The battery is always charging. Years pass. You are 27. The landscape has changed. Disposable vapes are now socially frowned upon. The cool kids use complicated refillable mod devices that look like tiny sci-fi engines. You try to keep up. You buy a mod. It has a screen. It has settings. It leaks hot, sticky liquid onto your hand the first time you use it. You get a chemical burn that lasts for a week. You go back to disposables. They are now sold behind the counter like lottery tickets. You have to ask for them by name. The clerk, who is younger than you, judges you silently. You feel ancient. You are 27. Your social circle shrinks to a core of enablers. You are 31. Your friends have moved on. They have kids. They have careers. They have espresso machines. You have a different collection. You have vapes from 2018 that are probably collector's items. You keep them in a shoebox. You do not show them to anyone. Your group chat is just photos of new flavor releases at the gas station and complaints about rising prices. You meet up once a month at the same Applebee's. You sit in the booth. You order the same thing. You vape in the bathroom. It is tradition. It is sad. Your legacy is not a family or a business. Your legacy is a specific, persistent smell. It clings to your clothes, your car, your apartment. It is the smell of synthetic sweetness overlaid with something chemical, something faintly burnt. It is the smell of a candy store next to a tire fire. You stop noticing it. Everyone else does. A date comments on it. A job interviewer comments on it. Your doctor comments on it. You buy Febreze. You buy odor-eliminating candles. You buy a small ozone generator from Amazon. Nothing works. The smell is part of you now. It is in the walls. Comment your go-to flavor below as a tribute to the scent that will outlive you. You are 38. You develop a wheeze. It is a new sound. It is there when you wake up. You see a doctor. The doctor runs tests. The doctor tells you your lung capacity is that of a 60-year-old lifelong smoker. You are given an inhaler. It is blue. You put it in your pocket next to your vape. The irony is not lost on you, but it is quickly ignored. You use the inhaler in the morning. You use the vape 15 minutes later. You have created a perfect closed-loop system of cause and treatment. You are your own ecosystem. You are a tragedy of convenience. You are 45. The world has moved on again. Vaping is no longer a subculture. It is just a thing sad people do in parking lots. The devices are now taxed into oblivion. You switch to the cheapest, most disgusting tobacco-flavored pods you can find. They taste like licking an ashtray. You tell yourself you hate it, that this will finally make you quit. It does not. It just makes every breath taste like regret. You see a group of teenagers. They are not vaping. They are looking at their phones. You feel a strange pang of nostalgia for a time when your vice had a community, however pathetic. Now it is just you and the ashtray flavor. The decline is not dramatic, it is a slow leak. You are 52, you have a persistent cough that rattles, you get pneumonia, you spend 3 days in the hospital. The nurse takes your vape away when they admit you. It is a lavender-scented one. She puts it in a plastic bag with your name on it. You are on oxygen, you think about the vape in the bag. You do not think about your family. You do not have a family. You think about the lavender vape. When you are discharged, the first thing you do is ask for the bag back. The nurse hands it to you. You walk out of the hospital. You take a puff in the parking lot. It tastes like medicine and flowers. All jokes aside, these are exaggerations. Internet caricatures born on social media and spread like wildfire. Yes, teenage nicotine addiction and the culture around disposable vapes is real, but turning vape kid into a universal punchline reduces real people to a single stereotype. Most young people who vape are struggling with stress, anxiety, peer pressure, or a genuine addiction they didn't fully understand when they started. Behind every meme is a real person doing their best, often trapped in a cycle that's harder to break than it looks from the outside. So laugh at the absurdity, but remember that compassion and support do more to help someone quit than any amount of ridicule ever will.